Good morning. I'd like to bring something up. It's called the 10 Principles of the UN, United Nations Global Compact. I don't know how many billions the UN have spent in doing this, but it's your tax money at work. They have a 10-point program which they call is a long-term success for businesses if they follow these things. Point number 1, which has 2 points, but human rights. Businesses should support and respect the protection of internationally proclaimed human rights. I agree, of course, that's a no-brainer. Principle number 2, make sure that they're not complicit in human rights abuses. That's also common sense. Labor, principle 3, businesses should uphold the freedom of association, the effective recognition of the right to collective bargaining. Yeah, I can agree, but it's actually the employers that invest the money and gamble in the business. The UN forgets about who's taking that gamble. The elimination of all forms of forced and compulsory labor. Of course, nobody should be forced to work. Everybody could go to Sweden and live on social welfare. That's what the UN is trying to do. Unfortunately, it's easy to spend other people's money. Money eventually runs out. I think it should be compulsory to work. That's my thing. I worked my whole life. Principle 5, the effective abolition of child labor. Where I come from and in the United States, we're taught in school to work as soon as we can stand up. In school, I was in 8th grade. We had to work, I think, 2 days a week to learn and to get accustomed to proper jobs. I was 13, 14. It seemed, according to the United Nations, that only poor people are not allowed to work. It's only rich people. In the United States, everybody knows in TGI Fridays, you go there and work, and other places, of course, the same thing. You wait tables and you work in the bar or the restaurant. That's part of your education. But if you're in a country like me here in the Philippines, you're not allowed to do it. That's human trafficking. Everybody's equal rights. Complete bullshit. Principle 6, the elimination and discrimination in respect of employment and occupation. I think it's an absolute stupid thing. How many billions of dollars of that Principle 6 cost us to bring out? If you do a good job, you're not discriminated in respect to your employment. I have stupid people doing good jobs and I have clever people doing bad jobs. We don't discriminate anybody. The law applies to all, otherwise none at all. Environment, Principle 7. Businesses should support a precautionary approach to environmental challenges. It's quite interesting here with the UN. They don't use climate, they use environment. Environment is local. It means that you clean your own street. You don't clean the globe. Why is the UN doing this? Yes, because the UN knows that the so-called climate crisis is complete bullshit and it's all about money. They're protecting themselves. They shot themselves in the foot there. Businesses should support a precautionary approach to environmental challenges. Yes, yeah, of course, we do clean our streets. Principle 8, undertake initiatives to promote greater environmental responsibility. Everybody wants to work in a clean environment. That's self-explanatory. Another few billion US dollars and how many airline tickets and business class and 5-star hotels. and meetings has that Principle 8 cost us taxpayers? UN is funded by governments all over the world. Governments are funded by taxpayers. Principle 9 encourage the development and diffusion of environmental friendly technologies. They probably go hand in hand. The better technology, the more profit. So they could have called up me or somebody smarter than me, could have given that one for free. Would never had to do all these meetings and everything that the UN does. But who are we? We're only the people. We're slaves to the UN. The last one, principle number 10, it's called anti-corruption. Businesses should work against corruption in all its forms, including extortion and bribery. That comes from the UN, you can imagine. I'm not saying that the UN is extorting and bribing people, but UN is all about money controlled by the globalists and the rich people. I would like to see a independent auditor how much these 10 principles have cost us taxpayers. This is what the UN is doing. Can you imagine if you gave these funds to help poor people in education, food, birth control in certain areas of the world, instead of doing this absolutely stupid thing? I could have come up with these 10 principles with a cup of tea before I even finished it. We could probably have fed millions of people. I know I could have supported several poor schools and poor children to get a very good education throughout the whole school life they have. But no, that wouldn't help the high-paid UN people flying business class and living in 5-star hotels, having all the perks. I think the UN should be closed down. They can give back the UN skyscraper in the Big Apple in New York. It's just costing money to maintain these expensive, overpaid, failed politicians who gets the job there. If you agree with me or not, that's not the point. The point is it's us taxpayers paying. Bye.